Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another discussion here at TheBitBlock with Roger's Base.
What is going on, everybody? It's good to be back. And actually, this is a topic that me and Josh have talked about sort of off camera before. We didn't actually have the discussion, but now the time is finally here. We're going to talk about what is potentially going to be in the May DLC pack for Mario Kart 8.
I'm incredibly excited because
too.
anytime Mario Kart 8 gets updated, it's obviously, you know, a joyful experience for anyone with half a heart.
But Josh, this time, there is something that both of us are extraordinarily excited about. Probably more excited than two grown men should be. Villager from Animal Crossing and Isabelle from Animal Crossing are both going to be playable drivers. Megatron.
Well, listen, not only that, what has me even more exciting is we already have confirmation that there is an Animal Crossing Mario Kart track, which is, I think I'm going to Splatoon over that, Roger.
Oh, you might just be leading into a segue right now.
All right, well, before we get into our predictions, before we get into our actual predictions, let's go over what we know for sure so far. So we just went over, we know about Villager, we know about Isabelle, and we know about Dry Bowser as being the three new playable racers.
Yeah.
Okay. We also know of the Animal Crossing track, like we just mentioned, and they did show us a very tiny little screenshot of what seems to be a stage that is based in trees at night.
Yeah, so I originally thought this was that autumn stage I was talking to you about before, but it's definitely not. This is a new woods stage. I like your idea of it potentially being Fair on Woods, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a brand new, maybe a Donkey Kong themed stage, or maybe even like a Wiggler themed stage or something.
Yeah, I mean, at first, before I knew what was going on with those images, I thought it was Fair and Woods from, like, Skyward Sword, but I think it's pretty clear that it's not that, and I think the safe bet is that it's going to be, like, a Donkey Kong-themed thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm cool with. I mean, there's a golf course in Mario Golf Toadstool Tour that takes place up in trees that seems a little bit reminiscent of what this is. So
that'd be super cool.
Yeah, just driving around up in the trees is a really neat idea, so I love the course. Seems cool.
Yeah, me too. I'm all for it.
So that is what we know so far.
That's all we know.
That's all we know.
Which is why this is such an exciting discussion.
I want you to actually kick it off because I'm really curious. Because by the way, guys, in case you don't know, before we start these discussions, we taunt and tease each other with our predictions, but we don't actually tell each other what we're going to predict. So I'm really curious what this man's crazy, crazy mind has come up with.
All right, so are we going to go with like the boring stuff first or the really exciting stuff first?
Let's go with I guess you have boring predictions?
Well, it's not boring, but I mean, it's like the retro stages.
Okay, yeah, let's go with the retro stages first. Here's what we're going to do, just so that, like, you don't say yours and then, like, half of yours were my prediction. You say one, and then I'll say one.
Cool. All right,
that's the way we'll do it.
Just for clarification, too, for people who are listening, the 8 courses that were in the first pack, there were 5 new stages and 3 retro stages. For retro stages, there was the old Rainbow Road from Super Nintendo, right?
Yep.
And then we had that one Yoshi stage from Double Dash.
Yoshi Circuit.
And we had Wario's Gold Mine, right? Those were the 3 retro.
Yes.
And then there were Hyrule Castle, F-Zero, Mute City, Excite Bike, the Ice stage. What's it called, Josh? You probably know.
Ice Outpost.
Ice Outpost. And then what was the 5th one? I know there was. No! How can I forget this? One of my favorite courses. It's the Chinese Gobblegut one.
Oh yeah, that's Dragon Driftway.
There you go.
There you go. See, I knew the names, I just didn't know them.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make 3 retro predictions, and yeah, like you said, we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
So my first retro prediction, I think, is almost assured because if I remember correctly, this was a leak a couple months ago. Baby Park from Mario Kart Double Dash.
Okay.
And on top of that, too, I feel like I always liked the idea of Baby Park where you went around multiple more laps than you did in any of the previous... Multiple more? What am I talking about?
I don't know.
That's not even like... That's not grammatically correct. But you went around, like, I think 8 laps, right? They were like 8 mini laps?
Listen, you could do 9. Like, you could, when you were playing with your friends, you could do 9 laps on that thing.
That's disgusting.
It's amazing.
Exciting. Yeah. I'd love to have that stage back.
I absolutely agree with you that Baby Park is like such a, like you look at it and you think, this is a really crappy racetrack, but then you play in it, you're like, oh my God, this is frantic as hell.
Yeah.
It's the best. And by the way, I mean, I'm just going to throw this out there now, I guess. I don't think this should count as my prediction, But I also had Baby Park on my list as well.
Nice. Great minds think alike, man. That's it.
Yep. So we're going to take that one off. So yeah, I think we both are hoping and predicting for Baby Park.
Yep.
All right. So now it's my turn to pick one, right? And I have to pick a
Cool.
retro.
Retro.
I am going to say that they're going to bring Woohoo Island. I forget the exact name from Mario Kart 7.
I said the same. No.
Maybe we should tell each other.
Predictions.
Maybe we should tell each other our predictions ahead of time.
Oh Lord. No,
But
I have multiple other predictions just in case you doubled up. So this is fine.
Okay, but now I do have actually kind of a crazy prediction with this prediction.
Okay.
I think they're going to take both of the Woohoo Island tracks from Mario Kart 7 and they're going to make them one track.
Whoa, okay, that's actually really cool.
So I think they'll do that somehow. That would be really, really interesting, and that'll give it some new flavor. And it'll be so cool to be able to see Woohoo Island in like HD and redone to look like it belongs on the Wii U. So I'm really hoping for that.
Well, I mean, technically we already have seen that with the Woohoo Island stages in Smash Brothers. They've been in full HD. Yeah. But I think that just further proves that they'll probably bring back Woohoo Island because now they have the HD assets for it. So
yeah, I'd love to see that. Those are great courses too, by the way.
Definitely. Maka Woohoo broke the game when it first came out. Remember, people were like jumping off the cliff and then getting first place.
They found some little flaw.
Yeah, I agree though. Maka Woohoo, just like you agreed with Baby Park, I think that is a good chance of coming back.
All right, let's hope that we have some different predictions here down the line.
Yeah.
All right, so it's your turn.
I guess I'll go again. So I'm gonna say Neo Bowser City from Mario Kart 7.
Okay.
Just because, one, I absolutely loved the course. I love the music of that course. I think we're due for kind of another Bowser stage because Dry Bowser is going to be in this DLC pack. So I feel like there's got to be some sort of Bowser stage. And I don't think they're going to do one of the old retro Bowser castles. I feel like Neo Bowser City is the way to go. And I think that would especially look gorgeous in HD. So I am altogether hyped for it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't predict that one, but I totally agree. That's definitely a course that would be really cool to see on the Wii U. That's a fun course, too. That's hard. I remember a lot of those turns are a bitch to take. I'd fall off nonstop in that one.
Especially they have little oil spills on it. Love it.
Yeah. So, that's a good prediction.
Yeah.
Okay. I also have a Bowser Castle prediction.
Cool.
Not as good as yours, I'll fully admit, but I'm going to... and I don't think my whole list is going to be right. I'm just kind of shooting here to figure out like what targets I hit. I'm going to say Bowser's Castle from Mario Kart Double Dash is a possibility.
I don't even remember what that stage was like, to be honest.
It's a pretty good Bowser's Castle. It's pretty fun to race through. There's the castle, you go up this windy road, you go out into like the backwoods area. I think a lot of people are pretty positive about that one.
Cool.
So yeah, I'd like to see that one remade on the Wii U.
Cool.
That's my prediction. I got nothing else, so now it's your turn again.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, well, no, that was I just wanted that one to come back. I don't know if it would. I prefer your Bowser's prediction, so I'm just going to go ahead and say I hope yours is right over mine.
Cool. All right, well then my third retro course prediction, which actually a lot of people thought was potentially in this DLC pack because of one of the screenshots, that was Toad Harbor. I'm going to go ahead and say that Toad's Factory from Mario Kart Wii is also going to be returning.
Okay.
And there's no real reason for that other than I think they kind of teased it with Toad in the initial image with Isabelle, Villager, and Dry Bowser, and I always liked Toad's Factory from Mario Kart Wii, so there you go. That's
a really good track, yeah. We finally learned where all those damn item boxes came from.
Exactly.
That one would be pretty good, too, like, as far as adding in some of the elements from, like, Mario Kart 8 with anti-gravity and stuff. So that one would
dude,
fit
yeah,
really well.
It would be sick, like, flying around with the cranes and all the other stuff. Like, what were the two giant, like, the two ramp things that they had in the original course? They could just turn them into, like, gravity, anti-gravity
Yeah, like, you go
things.
up them, yeah.
Yeah.
There'd also be a lot of areas for the glider to activate as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down for Toad's Factory. In fact, I honestly really, truly believe that if I was going to predict any three to come back, I will say that Toad's Factory, Neo Bowser Castle, and Baby Park are like very... And actually, I agree with your Maka Woohoo, too. I think it's back and forth between Maka Woohoo and Toad's Factory. I'm back and forth with that, but I do think it has a really strong chance of coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay, so my other... I've realized now that I'm looking at this list, I picked a whole bunch of Double Dash courses.
That's okay. That's fine.
Which might be because I just adore Double Dash. It's my favorite Mario Kart. But my next prediction is going to be, and Roger, you might agree with me on this one, I think a lot of people forgot about this course, Wario Coliseum from Mario Kart Double Dash is a crazy-ass track. Like, that track is so insane. It would look gorgeous on the Wii U because there's, like, so much intricacy in it already in Double Dash. And there's a lot of areas for anti-gravity in that. Like, that could be crazy anti-gravity stuff going on.
Oh, man, I just looked at this. I just looked it up. Like, I Googled it as you said it. This would be sick. This would be... I completely forgot about this course.
Yeah, that would be a great one for Mario Kart 8.
And this has never been brought back?
No, that's never been brought back.
Wow. You know, this... Okay, I'm sticking to my predictions, but I have an idea that this will probably come back at some point, and we'll get into that a little later.
Okay. So those are all my retro picks. I'm going to have to... If you have more than... I mean, how many do you have left? 1 or 2?
I have one other one left, but I actually think my other retro pick would go with Wario Coliseum with my other predictions, so...
Okay,
we'll talk about that later.
Go with it. What's your next pick?
All right, so... No. I mean, like, for a later part of the discussion. Okay. I want to jump into the new stages because
so you're done with your retro pick?
Yeah.
Okay, so we went through them. I wasn't counting them. I'm not paying much attention. I'm just getting really horny over this Mario Kart 8 DLC discussion. This is getting
what did
really...
you say?
I didn't say anything. Just go ahead with your prediction.
Oh my God, you are weird. This is PG-13. What are you doing, man?
Not anymore. Well, not anymore.
Let's get into the exciting stuff.
Okay.
So all of you guys, we're excited just as we were with the crossover courses in the first DLC pack. I don't think any of us really expected F-Zero and Excitebike to come along with Zelda, and I do actually think they're going to bring 2 more crossover courses into this DLC pack. And I was kind of having a hard time picking between the 3 I think it'll probably be in this pack. So maybe you're going to have some that are similar, but I think... I'm just going to go out there and say that I think we both are in agreement on something despite me not knowing your picks. I think we would both agree that there's probably going to be a Splatoon course in this DLC pack.
Okay, so that makes me really happy because I was about to say that we probably have the same 3 predictions, but I did not put Splatoon.
Wow, so I said Splatoon solely because Splatoon is coming out in May. The Mario Kart DLC pack is coming out in May. What better way to cross-promote than to put a Splatoon course inside of Mario Kart? I mean, I feel like that would be a great way to cross-promote. And then on top of that, too, I think if we would have had like an inkling playable character, they would have released them in the May pack. And because we didn't know about Splatoon when this DLC stuff was first announced, that would explain why it wasn't in that initial image, because they wanted to keep it a secret. So Splatoon course in the May DLC pack for Mario Kart. Calling it now.
I would love that. I think it makes sense. How would that be? Like, what? The thing about that is, like, where would it take place? Is there any very iconic location in the Splatoon world?
So this we don't know yet because we haven't fully played the game, but I have 2 ideas. I have 2 ideas. One is they could potentially do the hub level, that hub like Shibuya station looking thing. They could make that into a Mario Kart course, or what they could do, just based on some of the single player footage we've seen and played. The way that single player works in Splatoon is almost like Mario Galaxy, where you do these giant jumps between these like floating platforms in the sky. Right. I could see these giant floating platforms and these jumps being turned into sort of like Mario Kart tracks, where they're just covered in paint, and you slide around all these into like these little floating islands with squids and paintballs flying everywhere. I mean, I think it would make sense for a Splatoon course. That'd
be great. Yeah, I would love a Splatoon course. I'm ashamed of myself that I didn't think to say that because
I totally expected you to say that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm happy that I didn't though, because now we might have some different picks. I'm gonna go ahead and pick one now.
Cool.
I think this. Your Splatoon prediction ties in with the idea that Splatoon launches in May. Mine's kind of like that, but a little bit later. I'm going to say there will be a Star Fox course in this game to promote the idea of Star Fox coming out for the holiday season.
So I actually agree with you that I think there will be a Star Fox course, but I guess this might as well just jump into the thing I wanted to talk about. I think Star Fox is something they're saving for a fall DLC pack. Okay. I think there's going to be one more DLC pack, and I think we're going to get Fox, Slippy, and Diddy Kong. And I think that's going to be in like fall or winter. And this will be a 3rd DLC pack, but I completely agree Star Fox is coming into Mario Kart at some point. I agree.
Okay. I'm a little annoyed at you that you envision more racetracks coming in the fall, but you don't envision a battle mode.
I didn't say that.
Well, but it's like, when do you think the battle mode's going to come out then?
Maybe fall. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, but yeah, I think Star Fox would make it. I mean, just imagine that. It'd be in space, obviously, and there'd be like crazy space battles happening around you. And actually, spoiler alert, I'm also going to pick a Star Fox related vehicle when we get into talking about that.
I actually wrote into vehicles. I wrote in R-Wing. So
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Well, that's good then. That means that I think my other 2 predictions of crossover courses are very different from yours then.
Okay, I hope so.
Cool. So this one I was thinking about for a while, just basically other crossover courses, and I'm saving the 3rd one for last because I honestly do think there's going to be overlap between us on it. So I'm going to give my more out there prediction first. So I was thinking about what was in the first DLC pack, and we had F-Zero and Excitebike, which are 2 racing Nintendo franchises. They're specifically racing franchises from Nintendo's past. And I'm thinking, all right, what other racing franchises are there? And going kind of along with the spring, summerish kind of theme, I think we may actually get Dolphin Park from Wave Race in Mario Kart 8.
That would be pretty amazing.
Yeah. So that's my other guess, outside of my final guess, I guess. I guess. But yeah, I do think we're actually going to get a Wave Race course because if they're having all the other racing franchises, why not bring in Wave Race? And considering the fact that now we go underwater, we'd be swimming with orcas and racing between dolphins, and I don't know, I just think it would fit. I think Dolphin Park would be really cool. And hearing a jazzed up version of Dolphin Park's music, the like dun da 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 da. Oh my god, dude, I am so there.
Yeah. I really, every time we do these discussions where we predict ideas, it makes me wish that you and I both had some sort of position at Nintendo.
Right, we'd be so good on the Mario Kart team.
Not to sidetrack here, but do you remember how like excited we were talking about potential DLC for Captain Toad Treasure Tracker?
Oh, dude, and we were like,
we were so off.
Awesome ideas.
We were so off. We were so off from what that was. So hopefully we're not so off on these predictions.
Yeah, I agree. But I do think Wave Race is a very strong possibility, and I'd love to see it.
Yeah, oh my god, people would go nuts over that.
And sort of to go along with like parts that would be in the game, I think we might actually get, I don't know how this would work for an actual kart, but I feel like underwater or above water, maybe we'd get like some kind of either wave racer jet ski looking thing, or we could just get a dolphin. We just get a dolphin with legs, with wheels, not legs, I'm sorry, but like a dolphin on wheels that then turns into like swimming on the back of a dolphin when you go underwater.
That could be. There was actually a dolphin motorbike in Mario Kart Wii, Goggles.
There you go, bring it back. There
you go. So your predictions have been more interesting than mine. I'm going to play it safe here and go with like an obvious choice. I'm going to say Pikmin should be...
That was my 3rd choice. That's why I didn't say it.
So, I mean, just imagine a Mario Kart racetrack in the Pikmin universe, and you have these giant Bulborbs on the sides, maybe running across the track. All the plants are gigantic and flowers, and you just have all these like weird creatures in it. Having a Mario Kart track from the perspective of being as tiny as Pikmin would be so damn cool. I'd love it. I'd love it a lot.
Yeah. I'm in complete agreement with you. That's why I didn't say it, and I said Wave Race first, because I totally think there will actually be a Pikmin course in this DLC pack.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine how gorgeous and amazingly fun that would be.
Oh man, and even like in terms of potential vehicles, we just have a little kart version of the SS Dolphin, and for the wheels, they could be like flowers.
Mm-hmm. I think awesome. At one time you and I were joking around, I don't even know if this was in a discussion, about how a cart with Pikmin would be just the little Pikmin running underneath you in like some sort of flowery vehicle where the Pikmin are just running.
That would be super cute if they're just like holding up, they're holding up the car.
You don't remember us talking about that?
No, I do remember us talking about that, but I haven't thought about it since the last time we brought that up. It was like months ago.
I've thought about it every damn day since we brought it up, Roger.
That's so funny.
And then, I mean, did we pick our course?
We did, yeah. But you know what? Because you said Pikmin, I'm going to go with another weird out there prediction.
Okay.
And still kind of on the topic of racing franchises from Nintendo's past that could potentially get a stage. Have you ever played the game Uniracers on Super Nintendo?
Was that by Rare?
It was by DMA Design, and actually I think it was also created by Nintendo of America. It was like an in-house Nintendo of America game.
Okay.
Like the NST team or whatever.
Did they have like eyes on the vehicles?
Not that I remember, but it had like the Super FX chip. The reason I said it's because the whole thing basically takes place on these giant suspended platforms in the sky, and they're all covered in paint, and it's all really colorful. And I just think it would work really well with anti-gravity. And then for a funny vehicle, being on the back of a unicycle, I think would be hysterical. Like it's a motorcycle, obviously, but they would just have it set up like a unicycle. It'd be funny. Yeah.
I think it's interesting that neither one of us said anything about Metroid.
I think Metroid was going to be in the potential Star Fox DLC pack in fall, actually. That's why I didn't say Metroid.
Okay. That would be a really good vehicle.
Yeah, and I do actually think that once you said Wario Coliseum, I think Wario Coliseum, I think even the Airship Fortress from Mario Kart 7, I think, the one that was on, oh no, the one on DS.
That was on DS, yeah, but it was in Mario Kart 7 as well.
Yeah, I think those two retro courses would actually fit better with a Metroid Star Fox DLC pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we've gone over all of our course predictions. Let's do a little predicting with possible vehicles, which might be, you know, repeating ourselves here based on the courses we've said, but still. So I'm going to let you start with that. Pick a bike or cart.
So I'm just going to repeat two that I already said first. The unicycle for Uniracers as a motorcycle, and the SS Dolphin definitely as a cart.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, like I said earlier, an R-Wing from Star Fox.
For sure.
That's a definite pick. And I don't know what... I mean, I guess, yeah, a Pikmin vehicle would be one of the spaceships. So I would probably go with that.
Yeah. Well, I have a prediction specifically on what I think we're going to get for the Animal Crossing car. I think we're going to get Gracie Grace's car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did mention that in the past. Yeah.
Yeah, how could we not get Gracie's car? That seems like a definite thing. If we didn't get Gracie's car or Captain's boat, I think...
Ooh.
We're done. Yeah. It's got to be one of those two.
Roger, go make Nintendo games and then let me play them. I'll be happy again. You have good ideas. I don't like admitting this, but you have good ideas. You know, it's funny, though. I agree that Gracie Grace's car would be awesome. I wonder if Nintendo feels that would be a bit of a dated reference because that was only in the GameCube.
True.
But I wouldn't care. That would be awesome.
Then go with Captain's boat. I think
that would be the more... If they're going to do that, I would guess that it would be Captain's boat with little wheels on it. Well, you could put whatever wheels you'd want on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a little weird that there's 2 Animal Crossing characters in this?
Not at all. No, I like because I think the villager's there to kind of cross-promote both Animal Crossing and Smash Brothers, and Isabelle's there really because Isabelle's the most iconic character now is outside of Tom Nook and like Red and Cap'n. I feel like she's really risen up in the ranks of popular Animal Crossing characters, and now she even has her own merchandise, so I'm not surprised that Isabelle's in the game, no.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that the villager character can be swapped to be female or male? Do you think they'll have that little bonus? Like they did with the Shy Guys, like Shy Guy and Yoshi can be swapped with colors. Do you think that the villager will be able to be swapped with like maybe 4 or 3 boys, 3 girls type of a deal?
Yeah, I actually think Villager is going to have like 8 different colors, similar to what happened with Yoshi and Shy Guy. I think we're going to see like a bunch of different villagers.
Yeah, that would be... if they don't do that, that's a huge oversight.
Yeah, especially because it was in Smash Brothers. I mean, we had multiple villagers in Smash Brothers, so why not do it for Mario Kart?
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I think that pretty much wraps up all our predictions. Do you have anything else you want to throw in?
I think that's pretty much it. So, do we want to say, like, let's cement 4 courses that we're going to say strong prediction we think is definitely going to be in this DLC pack.
Okay.
Just cement 4 of the ones we said. So I guess I'll go first. Baby Park, Neo Bowser City, a Splatoon course, and a Pikmin course.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm going to go with Wario Coliseum from Mario Kart Double Dash.
Cool.
I'm going to go with a Pikmin course. And I'm going to go with a Star Fox course.
Cool.
And I'm going to copy you and say Baby Park as well.
Nice. I think we're right about Baby Park. I really do. I feel like that's definitely coming back.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
All right.
That wraps this up then.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Do you want to go ahead? Do you want to go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you?
Yeah. So all you guys could find me at Rogers Base on YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter. Same thing every time, but one thing I do want to say, actually I want to promote this specifically to people who listen to the end of this podcast discussion thingy, so kudos to you guys who listen to the end, because now you're going to know that you might potentially have a chance to win a new Nintendo 3DS, Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, and a Shulk amiibo. So as of when we're recording this, there's 10 days left on this giveaway that I've been doing throughout the course of March. It's going a little bit into April just because some people didn't find out about it. I will put a link. I'll send a link to Josh, so he'll put it in the description, but I'll also put a link in the comments below. Like I said, I'm giving away a new Nintendo 3DS, a copy of Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, and a Shulk amiibo to people who subscribe to my channel. And you know what? I'm going to add in a thing too. If you subscribe to Josh's channel, you'll also get an entry as well. Yeah, so good luck.
Listen to this generous fella here.
Yeah.
One of those 3 things impresses me. Can you guess which one it is?
Probably the new Nintendo 3D.
No,
you don't like Shulk and you don't like
Shulk.
Xenoblade.
I still take so much crap for that, by the way.
I know, that's okay.
But yeah, there will be a bounty of links that you guys can check out in the video description. Be sure to subscribe to Roger and enter this contest that I didn't even know about. I'm going to enter it and win now.
For sure.
And by the way, Roger, did you think that we were going to do this whole discussion and I wasn't going to complain at all about the lack of a battle mode in Mario Kart 8?
You can't do this, Josh.
No. Where the hell's the battle mode?
My girlfriend's coming. We can't do this, please.
No, that's it. No, that was just the sentence. That was all I wanted to complain about. I got it out.
Okay.
I feel better about this. Yeah,
right.
battle mode. When's that coming? Where is it? I want it. Bring me the battle mode.
Boy, I want it to.
All
you
right.
already know, Josh.
There was a soundbite that we can use for Roger to blackmail him in the future. Boy, I want it too. That could work in numerous situations, you know?
Don't go Splatooning yourself, buddy.
All right, well, listen, guys, thank you very much for watching this discussion. There will be plenty more. Subscribe to Roger and, keep it locked right here to the BitBlock. See you guys later. Goodbye.